Okay, guys. So today was my first official day as as remote support coach. It was just a local mom saw me. I was saying hi to her there. Um, it went pretty well. I had the better part of 2 weeks or more, actually, closer to a month, to kind of warm up to it and see how it works. So that was good. I made sure to schedule a Zoom or a Skype meeting with my coworkers one-on-one, just to kind of introduce myself and get some face time. It's really important, I think, to establish some kind of familiarity with each other and just, say hi so that they have a bit of an idea who you are, the man behind the avatar, so to speak. The work itself is really enjoyable, actually. It's almost like the perfect position for me because I spend a ton of time on the computer anyways, running my business, emailing people, doing billing, and then practicing coding by myself, building projects, following tutorials. But what this job does is it gives me that impetus to like really get better because you're helping people out. It's not a lot of pressure. The boss is pretty clear about that. He's like, if a request comes in, respond as soon as possible. Just let them know you're taking a look at it, pull their code down, and then from there, it really depends on the nature of the problem. If it's sometimes it can be something really difficult, like deploying a React app to Heroku. Heroku, I don't know how to pronounce it actually. Most people say Heroku. That can be tricky. A lot can go wrong in deployment. There's things like where to store your keys and tokens and all that, and validation and build scripts and stuff. So for that type of stuff, my senior coworkers tend to handle that. I keep an eye on it. I like to study what the solutions are and stuff because that stuff can be invaluable. I'm focusing more on just the pure vanilla JS apps, so things like JS clock or calculator or expense tracker, to-do list, stuff like that. Which in the beginning for students is really, really challenging. It's like, how in the heck do I get this input in this little text box to show up, down below in an HTML table? Or how in the world do I make a calculator that works? These are like almost like insurmountable challenges when you first start playing with it, And the course is nice because they don't really give you tutorials and stuff to follow. They just give you nudges and suggestions, and then when you get stuck, my job along with my coworkers is to just give them enough to fix the immediate problem and point them in the right direction from there. So I really feel like it is like legit teaching, and there's a real sense of gratitude from the students, because obviously, if you're at a point where you're reaching out for help, ideally you've been at it a while, a couple hours at least, and you're feeling like you really don't know what to do, and so being able to help someone in that type of situation and just they can kind of unburden themselves and start moving forward is really rewarding. And what I really like about it so far is that it gives you a lot of fuel to kind of just burn through the problem instead of being intimidated by it and feeling that kind of sense of dread. Because it's your job and you've got the support of the support team behind you, it's much more motivating to just get to work. And it turns out, once you've seen 4 or 5 calculator apps, or 4 or 5 expense trackers or to-do apps, there's a lot of similarities. They're all different, of course. The way they structure things, the functions and the helper functions and variables and all of that, but you begin to see commonalities, and it makes you a much better developer. So I'm really looking forward to getting more and more into this and improving my skill set. Hopefully, so much traffic this time of day. You can't really put a time limit on things, but I would like, at least in the next year, to be at the point where I'm, debugging full stack apps and helping with the really difficult stuff pretty consistently. So the opportunity is there, which is perfect. The only issue is getting out of my school. It's turning out to be a little more challenging than I thought to find a buyer. People either they already have schools that are too close to mine to kind of make it you know, meaningful, end up competing with yourself, or at least having less of a market reach, you know. Or people have issues with their visas, they can't get out of their current job because they control the visa, so on and so forth. So it may take a little longer than I thought, but I'm resolved to find somebody to take it over, because it really would be a shame to close it. As many schools as there are in the area, there's none like this where the kids can just walk straight from school, stop by, take English, and go home. It's been an incredible journey building it up, and like I say, it would just be I don't want to see it disappear. But on the same hand, I can no longer continue to run it indefinitely, just because I'm getting older. The opportunity is less than what there is in software development, especially now that I know it's something I really do enjoy and want to pursue. It's very, very different from teaching English. They're not incompatible, but you can't really do both full time, at least. So that's my next hurdle, is finding a buyer and completing the handoff and moving on. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching.